How you doing, beautiful people? Saleem Messiah here, hosting Necessary Conversations. Thank you guys for all your support so far. I really appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. If you watched Benny's episode Slim TV with me featuring Nona, I told you guys merch is coming soon. It's here. We got colors in red, blue, black, and yellow. If you want to buy one, support a brother at King__Messiah on Instagram or at AIC on air on Instagram as well for the AIC Radio Instagram page. Support a brother. Get with me. Necessary Conversations, baby. Appreciate y'all. Welcome back to Necessary Conversations. I'm your host, Saleem Messiah. I got Iman Williams. How you doing?
Nice to be here. Thank you for having
Glad
me.
you could come on. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Can't complain. How everything going?
That's saying a lot in this today's, economy
Why you say that?
and environment. You say can't complain, but there's a lot to complain about. There's a lot going on.
What?
I mean, you should always be grateful for life,
Yeah.
and be appreciative for what you're living and how you're living. But outside of our individual lives, we have genocide, war going on. We have, that Massachusetts is getting ready to raise their taxes again. And they're like, oh, that the residents need to start paying more for tolls and all this other stuff. Massachusetts is one of the third highest state to live in, and they still want to increase taxes and take more. We have a healthcare crisis, a food crisis, a homeless crisis. There's a lot going on, But to be grateful and not have anything to complain about is a testimony. It's good too.
I said I can't complain. You said you're doing good. So what does that mean for you?
That I'm doing immaculate. That
Why
I'm
is
doing
that?
good. Because I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with what's going on in the world. I have accepted a lot of things, and so I'm just in a happier headspace and a happier place. So I'm always saying, I'm good. I'm okay.
With everything you just named, how was you able to get to a point of a good headspace, accept everything that's going on? How was you able to get to that?
Well, I try not to do a lot of the social media. That is a big thing. Social media can be draining. It can be very overwhelming. And I think social media plays a huge part in mental health and the impact of your mental health and, what you think and perceive about yourself and, the intake of media that's constantly you're intaking. But I definitely take time off of social media. I isolate when I know that I need time to myself, and it's okay to be selfish and pull back. Read and have a relationship with a higher power or something you feel like is higher than you, because that's where you're giving all your problems to. That's where you're like take it away, So as long as you have it, I'm okay inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get to that point?
I'm still
going through it.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Sometimes days are tougher than other. Some days are tougher than others, and I have my days where I fall back, like people bring the old side out of me, which is never good. But, I have my mess ups, but I'm still going. And when I feel like I messed up, I acknowledge it. And then I feel like I reflect and I see how I can do better on my journey. So it's like a one day at a time type of thing.
Yeah.
Every day you get better if you choose to.
And you choose to be better.
I absolutely choose to be better.
Was there any point in time where it was like, I have to start choosing me?
Yes. And God will show you in the most weird ways. He will force you to see it. Like, a lot of things will start happening. If you ask him, like, God, show me what's for me, or, lead me and guide me, you'll start falling out with all types of people. You're not going to be cool with your friends and your family, and certain things are just going to start happening with no choice of yours, and you're going to be wondering, like, dang, I wonder what happened with me and this person, or I wonder where that person went, or, things are just going to be disappearing, and then before you know it, you're going to be isolated, and you're going to have time to think and reflect on your own self, because that's what you asked for. The way he does it is, like, complicated, but that's what you ask for as well.
Now, the first time you went through that, how long did it take you to realize, like, dang, I asked for this. I can't be mad. I asked for this.
it's so hard because it gets so lonely.
Yeah.
And because I asked for it, I go through it and I know what I want. And I know what my goals are and my dreams are. And if that means going through this stage first to get to where I want to be, then so be it. When I realized it, I realized when I'm by myself, like when I'm like, dang, like it's really just me. Like it's just me out here. And that's okay. That's okay too. I don't have to try to fit in every space. It's not meant to be.
You originally from Jersey, right?
Yes, that's why I'm excited to do this interview with you. Yeah.
You from Newark, right?
Yes.
Newark, how was it growing up? You grew up out there?
Well, I bounced all over the place, but I did grow up majorly in Newark, New Jersey.
How was that growing up there?
It was the hoods, the trenches. Like, there's nothing like the hood. You really can't explain a hood unless you are from the hood. Like, and it's weird because it's like my comfort zone. Like, it's where I feel most comfortable at, most safe. And I know it's not a safe environment, you know, but it's like just brings me warmth. But at the same time, I can reflect and be so disappointed, but happy at the same time.
Disappointed about what?
Disappointed, but when I go home and I look around and, you know, things hasn't changed and the people who are out there are still out there doing what they're doing and, you know, our city, it can use some help, that's for sure. But I grew up in Newark and then I lived in Massachusetts, I lived in Springfield, I lived in Dothan, Alabama.
You lived in Alabama?
Yes, I lived in Dothan, Alabama. I did middle school all the way to ninth grade. So 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade in Dothan, Alabama. Yes.
How was that?
And then from 9th to 12th, I went back to New Jersey.
Okay.
So.
How was Alabama?
Being from up north and going straight to the south, it was different because, you know.
That's the real South, too.
Yes, it really was. That's why I had to go. I had to get up out of there. They was forcing me to say yes, ma'am, and no, sir. And we don't say that up north. It's not a common thing to say. And also down there, they paddle people with like big old paddles in schools and stuff. They take discipline to the extreme. And up top, you can't do nothing like that. So I wasn't raised there. So going down there 6th grade and the middle school teacher is like, yeah, get the paddle. And what you gonna do with that paddle, ma'am? Oh, you're gonna get disciplined. I said, I wish you would hit me with that paddle. Yeah. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna snap. Then my mama gonna come up here and she gonna beat you up. Yeah. So it took some adjustment because they had different protocols, and being from Newark, like it's different. Yeah, it's different. So I had to really learn. That's where I got a lot of my discipline from. Now a lot of my structure came from going to the South and having to switch and learn discipline because it was ruthless up north. We didn't have to have discipline. It was like we very cold, like it is what it is, and I was happy about that. But then I didn't have the structure and discipline. So when I went to Dothan, I was forced to have discipline, and it really, you know, shaped and guided me through my life.
How long did it take you to get when your mom came up there? You told your mom like, yeah, this is what they doing out here. Did the principals like, yeah, I don't know what you want us to do. This is how we're going to handle it, like it or not? No,
they didn't hit me. They kept putting me in school suspension. I kept getting suspended from school. Like, they did not hit me. I'm like, listen, y'all hit me, and eventually I had to go to an alternative school where all the bad kids went, you know. But it took some. I didn't get it right until maybe 7th, 8th grade. Not even 7th grade, around 8th grade-ish, because my 6th grade year and my 7th grade year. No. Yeah, I was bad. I was just like, and you're not hitting me with that. I wasn't bad. I was from the top. So being from, you know, all my life, and then I come to Alabama Our version of bad is just regular. I thought I was regular up north compared to the kids who was in my class. I come down here, and now I'm up here compared to the kids that is around me, and I'm like, no, this is regular. Like, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You know, like you can only speak when you're spoken to, and you know, just things I just wasn't used to. I was like, nah, I'm gonna show you how this go. What I'm gonna do is.
I didn't know they still act like that.
No, it's still a thing. It's still a thing. I don't know. The Gen Z, maybe things have changed. But back in my generation, they didn't care. They was ruthless down in Alabama. They was like, oh, we're going to do this, that, and the third. But they didn't do it because my mother really would have came up there and beat them up. Like,
was that a, Dalton, is that a white town or black town? What is that?
It was a mixture of both.
Okay.
There was a variety of folks. It was very cultured.
Did you ever really face any like racism or anything like that down there?
You know what? It is weird because I can't really recall I can't recall racism down there. I've experienced more racism up north than I have in actually Alabama. And also, like, the thing with Alabama is, and I hate saying this, but it's the truth, I don't remember a lot of things from Alabama. Even though I was down there for, like, 3 years, it was, like, I was running off of, like, survival. So, like, a lot of things is, like, I can't even recall it, can't remember a lot of friends. I feel like I can do a special type of therapy or go to a special type of therapy because they offer this, where trauma response, you can recall old memories that used to pass, or you don't even recall based off of a certain type of technique they use, you know, like a light, like a beam of a light, and then I don't know. But it's a thing, and you can recall old memories and stuff like that. But I don't remember a lot of things from Alabama.
No.
That was very surface level.
Do they take, because I know it's Auburn down there, Alabama football. Do they take football serious?
Very serious, yeah. Roll Tide, all of that. Very serious.
Yeah. Do you have to choose a side, really?
No, I'm from North. I did not care about the stuff that was going on down there. I'm telling you. That's why when I got to the 9th grade, I was just like, I asked my aunt, because I wasn't living with my mom. I asked my aunt, like, I said, before I came to Alabama, I was in elementary school, and I was bad in elementary school. So really, by the time all of those years and living there and living with my aunt, I've, gotten the discipline I needed, and I asked my aunt, like, please, can I go back to New Jersey? I cannot do this. And she's like, I'm going to give you a one-way ticket, basically, back to your hometown. And I was, like, 15. She's like, whatever, like, if you want to go, go. And I was like, yes. I'm like, I promise I'll be good. Like, I'll be good. And then I went back home, and I stayed home for the rest of the 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
And then I came out here for college after 12th grade. So, yeah.
How was it when you got back home? Did you have to get any used to anything?
Nah, I was like, yeah, I'm home. Yeah. That yes ma'am, no sir went out the window. I didn't say none of their slang. My sister, she stayed there longer than I did, and she became like one of them.
Jesus.
You know? It's true. Me, on the other hand, I was always Jersey. I'm Jersey through and through. So that's, some people, they will move and then they will adapt where they move to. Yeah. But like, I can't. Like, I'm a Jersey girl. Yeah. So you can take me to the UK. I'm still going to be a Jersey girl. I'm not going to become a UKian. Yeah. UKian. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Was the food down there good in Alabama?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just remember my aunt cooking and me eating McDonald's. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm just going to assume it was.
Yeah. So when you got back up here now, like, these past couple of years, I've been deemed like a bad kid, but now I'm back in Newark with all these kids that are doing the same thing.
Now I was a goody two-shoes. I was too good, And it was so weird because then they see me as a teacher, Pat, because now my grades was good. This is how my academic first started with me. You know, actually in Alabama, I lived with my aunt, and she was very disciplined, and she made me do school. I had to stop getting suspended, all of that stuff. So I was able to pick up on my grades and, you know, take academia very serious now. And when I got to Jersey, I wanted to continue on with my academics and my education, although I was on my own, and my mother did not sign me up for school, and I had nobody to sign me up for school, but I took school serious, and I signed myself up for school, high school, when I got out there, and I was in a classroom, and they did not like me. They thought that I was wearing still my Sperry's and my khakis, because in Alabama, you have to wear khakis to school, and a lot of kids wear their Sperry's and a collared shirt. Like I would have a Hollister collared shirt or Abercrombie, and the girls in the hood are the girls in the hood, you know, and I'm there with my Coach book bag, and you know, just sitting in the front of the classroom, raising my hand, answering questions, and you know, they looking at me like, you know, so, and I was good. I was actually one of the top 5 highest GPAs in the school. Really? So yeah, I was like really studious. I was in drama class, and I did like fashion shows. I was a big nerd, and I was not afraid of it. I loved my nerdness. So, but you know, they did try to play my head top, and I had to show them like, nah, eventually. But I didn't like get in too much trouble. But when people try to play with me and play in my face, don't play with me, because I'm like this good girl. It's just a persona. You will get beat up, you know. So they knew. I feel like they knew because I was untouched. Period.
What made you sign yourself up for school? Like, you could have did anything when you was out there. Like, what made you just go to school?
Because I wanted to. Well, I had a sister, and she. We were separated, and when I got back to New Jersey, she had just graduated with her bachelors from Mount Clair State University. Okay. Yeah, my sister was a baddie. She was that girl, you know what I mean? And I really looked up to her. I thought she was really dope and fly and educated and bossy and like... Sophisticated? Yes, I didn't want to. So I thought she had the complete package, and then I was like, to myself, I've always was told as a kid when I was younger that I was stupid, I was dumb, and like, you know, people actually thought that I was stupid and I was dumb, and I was never stupid, nor was I dumb. I was just bad as fuck. I was just a bad girl. They think that everybody who it's an assumption that students who have behavior problems are bad because they're not smart, which is not true. A lot of people who have behavior problems is because of their environment or what's going on at home or things that are being taught, not because they cannot understand what's going on in the classroom. They just don't have that discipline and that structure. They don't live and thrive in structure. When they're home, everything's chaotic. You know, everything is. So when you're forced to go to a place where there's structure and you have to sit down and, you know, participate, they don't have that attention span. They don't have that in them, because when they go home, everything's gonna be all over the place anyway. So, you know, so they acting out in school. That was me. I acted out in school, but I knew exactly what was going on. So when they tried to put me in their classes, like slow class, like a sped class, and now I had to do like 1+1, and everybody else is doing the multiplication, I was like, what is this? I was so upset. Like, no. Give me what they're doing in the classroom. I'm not dumb. I'm just bad. Like, you know, whatever the case may be. It was just people playing on my head top, and I knew I was smart. I knew that I was smart. Everybody around me did not know I was smart, but there were some people, like teachers, who believed in me. Certain people who, you know, in and out my life, who knew that, you know, Iman was special, or Iman, you actually are smart, despite where people are trying to put the label on you because you're bad or because of your home environment. Like, girl, you got this. So I had a little bit of battery in my back, and I had a point to prove that I wanted to live up to my own point, that I knew I was smart, instead of letting people tell me I was stupid and don't try, you know what I mean? And I was like, nah, I know I'm smart, so I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm going to school and I'm going to finish school because I wanted to go to Mount Clair State University because that's where my sister went.
Yeah.
Didn't even go there.
Why not?
By the time I was a senior, I realized that's just not what I wanted to do. I was supposed to go to the military. I was trying to get into the Navy, and my goal was just to go to the military, then go to school. But when I got out of high school, I started being bad a little bit again. Because I got my friends from West Side, and it was time to take the test, and we just kept failing the test because we would have had to pass the drug test. We wasn't passing that. Like, we was outside all summer. We was drinking after high school. So it was like I was like, I can't get in the military. Dang it, I'm gonna go to school. But I needed to get out of Jersey after I graduated high school because I knew that if I stayed in Jersey, that I would just been outside with all my friends, and like we just would have been on a block. And my friends, none of them to this day have went to school. My high school friends, none of them have completed school. Let me just say that. I would have got really content and timid and just been around with them. And I was like, if I leave here, then chances are I'll thrive somewhere else. That's what I did.
Did you go to you mentioned you was in drama class. You acted. That was an interest of yours?
I had a lot of interests. I loved acting. I loved being in the spotlight, like doing fashion shows and doing things like that. I've actually did undergrad, the Pride Fashion Show 3 times in a row.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you act in any plays at Westside?
At Westside, did we have any plays? No, but when we had to do stuff in the auditorium or in the gym, like, I would participate. Everybody in the drama class would like stand in front of everybody else and do a something, and I would be.
You was there when Principal Akbar was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Akbar.
The big tall brother. I think you're the basketball coach as well. The big tall brother with the gray patch afro.
No.
Nah.
I didn't get there. I didn't go to Little West Side or anything like that. I got there when I went to West Side 12th grade year.
Yeah.
Like 12th grade. I did only my senior year at West Side. I didn't do all 4 years. Remember, I did 9th grade in Alabama, and 10th and 11th I did together. I did a day school and I did night school. And then I went to an alternative school so that I can do day school and night school and combine them. And then I did 12th grade at West Side. So I only did 3 years of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what made you? Okay, like you said, you wanted to get out of Jersey, but you got New York, you got Pennsylvania, what made you come all the way down to Massachusetts?
My mom was out here at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was out here at the time, and I was living with my aunt. Like, I was living, well, when I got dropped off to Jersey, or remember I told you I went up to Jersey, I was on my own. Like, and I was 15. I was on my own the whole time, even until I graduated high school, like, completely on my own. And being 16, 17-year-old homeless, like, there's not much you can do. So except for go to college or go to the military. But at the time, like I said, I was outside, messed up my chances of going to the military, so my chances were college. And I did start college, but my mom, she was living out here in Massachusetts because I have an aunt out here as well. She asked me to come out here. She's like, well, you don't got nowhere to stay anyways, so you might as well come out here. But I would have made a way in Jersey. Trust me, I would have made a way. But I wanted to go to school somewhere else anyway, so I said, fine, I'll come out here. Like, I'll come out here. I need a break from Jersey anyways. And then I ended up out here, but my first choice was Georgia. I was going to go to Georgia when I left Jersey, and I didn't get a chance to do that.
Like Georgia University, Bulldogs?
Yeah, I went to, what?
Georgia University, the Bulldogs?
Are they the Bulldogs?
Yeah, like it's the
GSU?
Logo. Georgia State?
I went to Georgia State University.
Oh, Georgia, okay, nah. Georgia
yeah, they're
State
the Panthers.
Yeah,
Panthers. I don't know
I was talking about like the Georgia University, just like Georgia. The red and black. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So you wanted to go to GSU?
I went to GSU.
Did you? How
Yes.
long?
Huh?
How long?
A year.
How was it?
It was good because I got kicked out of AIC. I had to fight. Undergrad, I'd say I changed my ways, but I didn't. When I got up here, when I was undergrad, putting up muffins. I was, because kind of like when I went to Jersey, when people thought they can play in my face because I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm small, I'm cute. They think, yeah, they thought it was sweet. When I caught up here, they thought it was sweet as well. And I'm like, I'm not about, if I didn't let Jersey girls punk me, you think I'm about to let some Connecticut girls, some Boston girls, some Springfield girls punk me? You gotta be delusional. And I was up at AIC, being a little menace to society, child. I regret those days. But I ended up, I got into a fight, got no trespass, got kicked out. And then I went, it's true. And then I went to Georgia State University. And while I appealed my case up here and, fought my case, and I was like, yeah, she wanted to get beat up. And then I proved why she wanted to get beat up. I proved why. And he was like, you right. You come on back. I say, thank you. Came right back on up here.
Why did you say she wanted to get beat up?
Because I was, it was a weird story. I was minding my business, as I'm always minding my business. And something happened like an hour ago beforehand. And I had said something at the fashion show. We was at the fashion show, and I had said something at the fashion show, and she heard that I said something about her at the fashion show. And I'm in my room at this point. It's like an hour later, minding my business. I was waiting on my Domino's pizza. I'm living in Pouch. I'm good. I'm chilling. I got my hoodie on. I'm out the way. I'm tucked out the way. 1 hour, 2 hours later, she's like, oh, I heard you say you this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Come do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, girl, I'm not worrying about you. I'm waiting for my pizza. I'm not stressed. I'm not pressed. Enjoy the rest of your night. She didn't take that as an answer. She wasn't having none of it. She was on Snapchat, and back in the day, Snapchat was huge. Everybody on campus had everybody Snap, everybody knew everybody. It was campus is very small. Yeah. So once everybody start adding you a Snap, you feel me? And I'm looking like, all right, I'm paying a dust because, I don't care. She started calling my phone from other people's phone number because I kept ending her call. Yeah. And she started using other people's phones to call me, and then I answered. I was like, what? And she's like, no, you said da-da-da-da, so da-da-da-da. I said, where you at? She said, Magnum. I said, okay. Ding. The rest is history at this point, you know what I mean? You should have just let me get my pizza, child. You should have just let me get my pizza. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm scared for my life, this, that, and third. So I just, I had to go through that. Everything turned out good. I came back. And
what year was this?
I don't know. It was undergrad. I think it was, I want to say almost my senior year, because by senior year, I was pissed off. I was letting a lot of stuff slide. And I was like, by the time I was a junior and senior, I was like, you guys know me by now. I'm not letting nothing else slide. I was irritated. I was aggravated. And I was just mad. I was like, anybody cross the line, any one of y'all, I'm sliding. I don't care. It's going to be what it is. And, and so I want to say junior, senior year. And if I graduate 2018, that's 2017, 2016, around that time.
So then you went to Georgia State for your senior year? Yeah.
And then they wanted me to do 3 more years at Georgia State.
Why?
Because when you transfer over,
none of your credit transfer?
They was only accepting 1 year. You have to do a minimum of a couple of years at a college. They want you there they want you to take their courses, basically. So I did psychology courses there, and then I came back and I was able to use the psychology courses I did there and count them towards here, and I ended up doing a double major at AIC and graduated with 2 bachelors because I had so many sociology credits that it counted as a major. And I was like, hey, 2 for 1. It all worked out perfectly, so thank you. Like, yeah, nana, boo. Worked out perfect.
Well, GSU is not an HBCU, right?
No, technically it's not, but technically it is.
Did they act like one? Mm-hmm. How was it like did you live on campus down there?
I did live on campus.
How was it like you walk
Piedmont.
on campus and you just see like all these black people? Like,
I was in house arrest. I had a boyfriend, and you know what I mean? He was military, and I couldn't even do nothing. I couldn't take a step, a movement. And that's what I regret, being in a relationship during your best days, because they suffocate you, they'll hold you hostage, they don't want you doing nothing, child. So I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I know all the fine football players lived in that building. It used to be lit, it used to be popping. There was something always going on, and my dumb ass sitting in the room. I should have just not been loyal. That's the thing.
What?
That's what I'm thinking now.
Why would you want to be loyal?
Because it wasn't even worth it. I could have been outside. You know what I mean? I could have really been. I missed it. So, dang it.
Did the relationship
No, sorry.
The relationship still going on?
No, it ended. That's why I'm like,
I'm saying,
I
but did
ended
the
up not even
relationship
being
end
with
because
him.
he wasn't loyal?
The nerve, right?
Oh, okay, I see why you said
The nerve. I was like, dang. He didn't want me to go to homecoming, and then went to North Carolina homecoming. Like, he told me I could not.
You couldn't go?
Yeah, and it was after the fact I already missed my homecoming, and then he want to go to North Carolina's homecoming, when I was excited to go to GSU homecoming for the first time, and it was like, no, I don't want you to go. Just for him to turn around and go to homecoming of his own, So it was crazy. Never again. Yeah, give you that.
So you think you just shouldn't have been loyal?
Yeah, if I had to redo it, yeah, I just would have been for the streets. I would have still had him.
For the streets.
Yeah, I would have still he would have still been my main. You feel me? But I definitely would have had some links for sure.
Oh my God.
It's true. You would have too, right?
I don't know.
You don't what? You say. Well, what are you? And what year? You're a junior, right?
I'm senior.
Senior. Yeah. Yes, you are a senior. Were you in a relationship or were you single?
I'm in an 8-year relationship right now.
Jesus! No, so imagine this whole time you are being loyal and faithful, and you could have been bagging. You feel me? Some baddies was trying to press you because you are from Jersey. You got that deep voice. You know what I mean? And the whole time she's not here, but she's home. But she's doing her big one. And then for you to finish college and be like, oh, let's start our next stages of life. And she breaks up with you. And you done missed out on all those biddies that was pressing you, bro. And you ain't never gonna get the opportunity again.
It could be hurtful, but not meant to be.
Yeah, but you always gonna think of that one girl who's pressing you super hard. Like, I knew I should have gave it. I'm telling you, you always gonna regret it just a little bit.
I don't. It might not happen for me. I don't think that's in my cards.
I mean, I'm just.
If it, hypothetically.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that's.
So that's why I said if that happened, if you can go back, you would be like, I'll play it different. I'll put myself first, because I'm telling you, these are the years you put yourself first. You put yourself first. You don't put no relationship first. You put God and you put yourself first, and everything else is secondary. Even your mom, anybody, because you are living alone and you're going to die by yourself too. You're your own soul. There's only one soul, that's you. So you take your life as serious as you can, because this is your life, you know?
Right.
And you put yourself first, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to put you first like you can.
Right.
No one is going to do you better than you can do yourself.
Right. I mean, you're right. I can't argue with that. So when you get back to AIC, like, So what'd you come back for with masters?
Psych.
Psych. That's what you wanted to do?
No, I wanted to get my MPH, which is my master's in public health.
Why don't you do it?
Because IIC didn't have the program. The program was going to start the year after, next year, the following year after I started. So my plan was to take psych classes until the program start and transfer my credits, because for a lot of some of public health classes for your MPH, you do have to take some psych classes anyways, you know. So my plans was to do my master's in public health, because that's what I got in my undergrad degree, because I wanted to do epidemiology, which is like the study of data and human statistics and involving like STDs and things of that nature. Math. Yeah, but not really math, just data, you know. I just anyway. So so what happened? Where was I?
You was talking about trying to take psychology classes.
Oh yeah, well, I was trying to take psych class and I was going to transfer them over, but Dr. Resicott, I love her down. She's the dean of the psych program. No, what is she the dean? She's something, but she runs the psych program in a master's, and she got claws in me, and she was all like, I want you as a psych student. Like, she did not let me transfer to public health, and I tried. Professor Hooven, he was trying to get me. Dr. Hooven, he's sitting on my chair as my dissertation, for my dissertation. So thank you, Dr. Hooven.
What does that mean, dissertation? What's that?
That's your research paper you write to when you get in your doctorate. Okay. So, yeah, Dr. Hooven was just like, oh, I can't believe you're gonna, like, you're not coming back over here. Dr. Resicott, she got her claws in me, and she's like, no, I want you to be a psych student, and you're gonna get your doctorate here. And this was when I was in my master's first year program. She's like, I want you for my doctorate program. And she meant that. Like, she really stood on big business when it came to that, and that's how I ended up.
You didn't mind that? Like, you didn't?
You know, I was after undergrad, I was on autopilot. Like, I was just coasting because I didn't want to do nothing. At this point, school was the only thing I was good at, comfortable at. I'm a school person, you know, it's my comfort zone. And I know I wasn't getting a lot of money with my bachelor's, and bachelor's is really not where it's at. You could get your bachelor's in certain things and thrive, but they're playing in your field, they're playing in your face when it comes to with the bachelor's degrees right now. They really are. They're trying to pay you like a high school student. Like, they're not trying to put no respect on your name. So I knew I needed to go back to school for something. I needed to be in school, but I wasn't sure. I was on autopilot, and I was just coasting because that's during the time I have health issues. So I was going through a lot of health stuff, breakup, mental health, finding myself, finding God, learning the lessons I was supposed to learn. So shit was just all happening at once. Before I got to where I was talking about in the beginning, that peaceful homeostasis, I had to go through hell, you know, and that was during the hell. So I'm just showing up. I'm literally just showing up and passing. I was not remembering the classes. I was not caring. I'm just showing up, doing the work, going home. And it wasn't until like 3-4 years later, I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. You know, eventually 2 + 2 started equaling up to 4, and here we are today.
How long was your master's program?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
I thought they would be 2.
No, there's a psychology, mental health counseling, LMAC, yeah. IAC, they have a 2-year one for the general psych.
3 years? And you was cool with doing all that school, but it was just because you was comfortable with it. That was what you was comfortable with.
It's what I've been most used to. I've been in school since I've been in school. I've never taken a break. Seriously, graduated in 2012, in college 2013, all the way 2018, got my bachelor's, went back to school for my master's, finished, next semester applied, went back to school for my doctorate. I mean, I took no time, no breaks, no time off, like just school, back to school, back to school. Even now that I'm close to the finish line, I'm thinking about getting another degree because one, I know I can do it, and two, I can go for another doctorate program and get another doctorate because it's something I know I can do, and I'm comfortable with it. But I'm like, chill. No, for real. Take a break this time. I'm not playing with you. But I'm still thinking, but I'm like, ooh, but that degree over there, I can do it. So I know I got to take a break. I'm going to chase my other dreams. I'm going to put the school on pause. Yeah. But when I come back, the school is not over for me. I'm going to get another doctorate. That's a fact. But I'm going to take a break and chase my other dreams.
What's your other dreams?
I want to be an entertainer. Okay. I want to be outside with it.
Wow.
Why?
Why go to school all these years, pay all this money just to go outside?
Because I did school because I could. Because they told me I couldn't. If somebody tell you can't do something, I'm going to prove that I can do it and I'm going to succeed in it at the same time.
You graduated high school when I was against
That wasn't good enough.
You came back and you got your bachelor's.
That wasn't good enough.
You did your master's.
That wasn't good enough. I kept feeling like anybody can get their master's. I kept saying to myself, that's not good enough. I didn't feel like it was good enough. I wasn't going to be satisfied until I got my doctorate. I had a point to prove. Like, now I don't have a point to prove. But back then, with everybody telling you you're dumb, you cannot make it, you ain't going to have shit, I'm going to be like, now I'm about to stand on business. Now my foot is on your neck because who are you talking to? Yeah. That's how I felt. And now your education is something they can't
take from you.
Exactly. Like, what you going to say? You can't say nothing. And I did it because I could. I could have lived that lifestyle. Because that's the easy route, but I did the hard route just because I can. And now I'm about to go live the easy life because I can do that too. I just chose to do school because I can. And y'all said I couldn't. And now that I'm done, I completed it. Thank you. Let me go play. Yeah.
So would you graduate this year with your doctors next month? You graduate next month? Or?
I'm not walking. I'm doing internship. I think I told you. Internship. That for my program, I have to get my license. I'm going to be a licensed therapist. But in order for you to get your license, you have to have a certain amount of hours, clinical hours at a place, at a placement. 600.
Oof. Let me see something. Hold the hell on, because what the fuck? 600, let's just say about 24 is 25 days. And you're not doing 24 hours a day.
Nope.
So,
and I can barely do 8 hours a day because I have school. So, and then it depends on how many clients you see. You got to do a certain amount of group work, individual work, administrative hours. Like, it's broken down really particular, and if you graduate without these hours, you can't get your license, and you have to do schooling all over, or you have to just get the degree and you can never apply for your license because you didn't get your hours when you was in school. Isn't it trifling? Yeah, it is. So I'm doing my hours.
So how many hours you got right now, you think? I
just started. Everybody else had a head start. I had a placement back in the fall, but working out here in Massachusetts, remember I told you that the racism is worse out here than I experienced in Jersey or Georgia or Alabama. Out here, they act like they're not racist, but they're extremely racist out here. It's crazy. It's just out of this world. And the work environment is horrible. It's trash on your mindset. It's trash on your mental health. And they don't take you serious. And being an educated black woman, being pretty, being smart, it's a threat. And white women, they don't like being threatened by an educated black woman. That's a no-go. That's especially when you got to work in these offices in these closed space. It's not diversity out here. It's not diverse, and the black people that are out here, they look at us as peasants because, not all of us are in position, or not all of us, carry ourselves a certain type of way out here. So they treat us like peons and peasants, and they walk around like royalty, and you know what I mean, and then just treat us any type of anyhow. No, I don't got time. I ain't got the time.
So you now you get so around when you think you're gonna be able to graduate then?
Well, I don't defend my dissertation until September anyways. So when you defend your dissertation, that means your research that you've been gathering and collecting and writing on and doing your articles on, you have to prove your point, your hypothesis. I oppose, or I have the theory that this, that, and the third, you know, and you got to prove to 3 other doctors and a board of psych your theory, and then they say, yeah, we passed, we accept, or it's a, you know, welcome, congratulations.
What's your thesis?
My hypothesis, my dissertation topic.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
You can't talk about it? Okay, cool.
I can, but I don't want to.
Okay. How long did that be?
200, 100 pages, close to. It's a book. It's a book.
You gotta write 100 pages?
You gotta write like 4 or 5 chapters. Each chapter have like 25 pages, if not more. Each chapter have like 25 pages, if not more.
How close you think you ought to be done? How close you ought to think you being done?
Child, I'm gonna spit this goddamn Gatorade out.
Think you close to being done?
I'm like,
Not close, but
like, child, it's the research, it's the methods for me, it's the statistics for me. I'm taking it one step at a time right now. With internship, is busting my. It's really hard to sit there and bust out chapters. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing internship and finishing over the summer and defending in the spring. You know, that's why I'm doing it that way. So I'm breaking it up. By September, I should be done with everything.
So you're probably gonna be graduating in the spring, this spring.
You know, we have December graduates, right?
Yeah.
I'll be December.
Okay.
But I'll walk.
You'll walk in May.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay with me. I could have pushed it to try to walk this May, but like my mental health. I told you I'm a big believer in choosing myself first.
Yeah.
I'll choose myself first, and I don't really push myself because I don't have anything to prove to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Remember, like you said, I already proved it when I graduated high school. But for me, back then, I didn't know my worth.
Yeah.
That wasn't enough. I was like, I'm not going to stop until I get something that none of y'all hoes can get.
I understand. So in the next, 5-10 years, what's your goals? I know you mentioned you want to be entertaining.
Yes. So I want to be able to drop my EP. I don't have a name for it. I want to start doing content. You know, because I want to be able to go out and meet people like Heist and I and Duke Dennis and and I don't know. I want to start dropping content and shifting over to the influencer role so that I can put myself out there and then do music and be in these spaces and stuff like that and do that and then go back to my original brand, which is psychology and stuff like that, and open up clinics and facilities and stuff like that, and maybe even get my PhD so that I can open up foundations and things of that nature and be the board, the CEO, sit at the head top, because now I got the notoriety and now I have the education to back it and the funding to actually back my dreams and stuff like that.
Did you start recording your songs for your EP?
No, I need to be in a real recording studio.
It's a lot you got going on.
Yeah.
It's a lot you got going on.
But thank you. Thank you.
I
need help. There's only one of me.
I gotta, let me see. So what I'm gonna do is I told you the dude, that, let me see, I'm gonna text him for you now, that make the beats out here.
Yeah.
I'll text him for you now, and we respond. I'm gonna send you his information, and y'all could go back and forth about it.
Okay.
For sure, but that's crazy. I mean, so you wanna go chase your dreams. The things that maybe something that you always wanted to do, but
Right.
you just had to get to school and first approved.
Amen.
Everybody, what I mean. So
Yep.
cause you basically about to be Dr. Iman Williams. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna be your own, like not your own, but like be a psych. What do they call it? A counselor, somebody or something. Would that be your?
I really do want to be a mentor. I want to go back to Newark and mentor and have a mentorship and programs like that, like for young women growing up like me who struggled and who needed extra support and assistance and help them with their mental health and their future endeavors, and whether that be school or their own personal goals and stuff like that. I'm gonna start there, but I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome.
I'll have all the time on my hand because I'll be done with school and I'm back outside. And I'm back outside, yep, because I'm single and I can do that and I don't have kids. Yeah.
Are you looking for somebody? You can tell them what you're looking for if you want to.
I'm not looking for anybody.
Why not?
I want to be alone. I want to be alone so that I can live out my dreams. My dreams don't include a man, unfortunately, unless it's Duke Dennis. But my dreams don't include a man at all.
If you could say a specific man or who it could include, you looking for somebody.
I'm looking for...
What's your type? What's your type? What's your type?
See, the thing is that my type and the dude I want to marry are two different people. You're like...
What?
Yeah, my types are hood dudes, and that's not good. But I'm not looking to marry. But like my type, tatted. Think of Future, Duke, Young and Ace. You know what I mean? Not a Wick. Think of those and those. Like Polo G's and the where the niggas are with the dreads. That's my type. But the kind I want to marry is not that type, unfortunately. But they still have a little bit of hood in them, and it's still a black man. But it's more of a like CEO, professional businessman with a little, but he still carries a Glock, family oriented.
I don't think you. Like I said, if you're a CEO, you gotta hire the people to carry.
Yeah, he'll have both.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll have security. But then he'll still keep that thing on him too. You know what I mean? So I don't have to carry mine. And I'll be like, thank you, baby. It's true.
But don't you think we at the age we gotta get to, figuring out marriage and stuff like that? You gotta date the one that you're trying to marry now.
Didn't I just say I'm back? Like, I'm about to be outside. I done did school for the last 10 years. The last 10 years to the last 12 years of my life. In the first half, I was in a relationship. And then the 1/3 of that, I was fighting myself. Now it's coming to a wrap. And I'm ready to enjoy myself. And then marriage is a prison.
A prison?
So before I go to jail
marriage is a prison?
And do that bid with somebody I really love, you feel me? Let me enjoy my life just a little incy-bincy bit. That's all I'm asking.
Mom, what? A prison?
Sentence.
Why do you think that?
Death, do your part. They don't say to death do us part for no reason. Hello? That doesn't sound nothing. That sounds like jail. And somebody say to death do us part, life sentence.
I'm saying that just means like no matter if we get divorced, we
no,
separate,
you
no
know,
matter what, we always gonna have ties together because we got married.
That's what I'm just saying. Before I do that bid, let me.
So basically, what you're saying is the Duke Dennis is the future.
Got me mad. Sorry.
The tattoos, the dreads, all that. That's what you want to meet while you outside, but you don't want to marry that.
Yeah. Come over here. Hey. You're welcome here. Yeah. I will entertain you. I will.
I will entertain you.
It's true. I will.
Yo, okay. You got any shout outs to give anybody before we get out of here?
No, not really. Just shout out to myself, shout out
Yeah.
to God. Because He's going to be the person who makes all my dreams come true. He's going to be the person who makes everything happen according to His plan. And if it doesn't work, it's because it wasn't meant for me to have it. And that's okay too. So I'm just going to shout out myself because I'm putting myself first. And you should too. If y'all take anything from this, it's just put yourself first.
Yeah.
Live your best life. And that's it. But thank you for having me.
I appreciate you coming on. This is a dope episode for sure. Man, I appreciate you coming on. Let's hear conversations. I'm your Saleem Messiah, and we out.
Bye.